Eric Freeman, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
To the Fairview Social podcast. You were noticing my sign back here.
Yeah.
Actually, you're probably the first full podcast of like the new setup here.
I like it.
Which it's set up, but I'm still having some trouble with the lighting. We'll see what happens with this. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Well, usually studios are dark and you have to do artificial, so at least you got a lot of natural light coming in.
Yeah, there's a lot of light coming in right here, but I'm kind of thinking when we get into the fall and that time changes, doing the podcast at 4 or 5 o'clock, that'll be dark. So we'll see what happens. All right. So anyway, what's been going on? You were on what episode were you on?
I don't even remember.
I don't know. It was around 10 or something like that, and now we're on 30.
Wow.
So I guess we need to celebrate 30,
right.
30 Fairview Social podcasts. So what's been going on over the past few months? How's your summer been?
Busy. The night house has exploded and schedule is full, which is good for business, but not so much for the social life.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I think that I've been watching your posts and all that on Facebook, but I guess you would consider when we flip over to September is the start of the spooky season. Isn't that generally what it is?
Yeah, September, October. Well, that's how we see it in the paranormal world. But, Walmart will have Christmas shit out, after Labor Day. So,
yeah, I was going to say, what did I see the other day that was like already something Christmas? I was like, good Lord. It's not even September yet.
Yeah, I was in Michael's the other day, and they already have all of their Halloween stuff marked down like 50%.
Really? It's like a fucking month from now.
Right.
No, 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Halloween. So.
Yeah, and I think Lowe's, they have those big animatronics that are marked down already, too.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. But, spooky season, people getting into the fall mood and wanting to investigate and go to spooky places. But we do it year round at the Night House, and we've been booked every Friday, Saturday for the past 2 months.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like you've had a lot of people. You and Roger both have been working hard on getting the place looking nice. I watched a video that you posted a couple weeks ago of the people that were looking under the ground.
Yeah, the GPR. Yeah.
And did you find out any more information other than what was in that video?
No, just what was in the video so far. I've got to get back in touch with a gentleman named Win Radford. He is a Underground Railroad historian, and he's basically the expert for Western Kentucky for the Underground Railroad.
Is that why you originally had the guy come out to look under it? Because did you hear? Is it in history or something that the Underground Railroad ran through there?
Well, there were rumors, and then we had Win Radford out last year because we heard the rumors of slave tunnels. Because in the front yard, we have 2 big sinkholes that are in line with each other. And when I asked what those were, I was told those are the slave holes. And that the tunnel used to run from the house all the way across the road.
Yeah.
And come out in the woods. So, and then we have a cellar that's under a barn, which doesn't make any sense why they have an outdoor cellar, because there's a underground cellar in the house.
Yeah.
So that was a question too. Was that put there deliberately for the Underground Railroad? Well, the answer is probably yes, because there's a huge cavern right in front of that barn.
Yeah.
Where they could have had easy access. It's about 50 foot long, and I think he said 6 foot tall, but it butts right up to the Stackstone foundation for that barn. So, and when we had the Underground Railroad historian out last year talking to him, he found a lot of circumstantial evidence that the house is part of the Underground Railroad. And then he said the 2 smoking guns would either be to find letters, which we have a lot of original writings from the Knights, letters connected to certain people, or if we found voids in the ground. Well, they're all over the place. Those 2 sinkholes out front are connected by a 10-foot tall cavern. Void is what he called them. The GPR guy called them. It's about 50 foot long and about 20 foot wide.
Yeah.
And so, but he said if there were tunnels, like man-made, hand-dug tunnels that were filled in, like after the Civil War, that the ground would have settled, so you won't find those, but you'll find the ones that are still there, still open.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I love history and I love all that stuff. It's cool that you got a little place there where you got some history in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So with the spooky season coming up, do you have like so you are you doing anything special, anything different? You decorating the place? Like how's all that going to work for you guys over there?
I kind of, to decorate it for Halloween, I kind of find it almost disrespectful to the spirits in the house because we do the paranormal stuff year round. So,
What, you don't want a big ass skeleton out there in the yard?
no, I do, because we have the big 2-story columns, and that's the one thing that I want is one of those big skeletons, the big 12-foot or 20-foot ones, to put out there with a hand on the column, staring at the road.
Yeah.
But as far as decorating the whole house, no, we just Christmas will be when we decorate the whole house.
You're not going to put a bunch of pumpkins out or anything?
No, might get a couple. Might get some.
What about for your house that you live in? You going to put some pumpkins out?
Shit, no.
Well, good Lord, you're not very spooky season.
Well, the problem is,
of course, I say that, and I don't do it either.
It's spooky season year round for us with all the paranormal stuff. So
yeah,
it's not, Halloween is not anything special. I mean, we do special stuff. We have 2 public ghost hunts coming up where people can buy tickets. Instead of the teams, like having a team of people or a group of people rent the house out.
Yeah.
So on September 6th, we have one, and then October 25th.
Yeah.
And then we have the house already rented out for Halloween by a team. So that'll be fun.
Do you do like raise the price for holidays like everybody does?
No.
Yeah.
If anything, we do specials.
You know how people do that shit where it's like costs more? It's like that when we went to the beach. It's like Friday night, Saturday night or something. They're going to make sure they get theirs. So...
Yeah, the other thing I have coming up in October is Goblin Con, which I'm the event coordinator for. So I have been really busy with that. Excuse me.
Yeah, you were talking about October, that.
So
you were talking about that in the last episode. So now that it's getting closer, you getting everything organized, everything ready to go for it.
Yeah, it's pretty much on autopilot. The 2 big things with doing big events like that you'll get up right up to the last minute is volunteers and vendors.
Yeah.
So, but it's coming along quite nicely. We got our speaker schedule out and all that good stuff, and everything's pretty much scheduled and paid for, the convention center and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
Yesterday we had Alien Invasion Day because this weekend was the actual 70th anniversary of the Hobbinsville Goblins, and so.
Wasn't that like a family event? I think I saw you posted that on there.
At Visit Hobbinsville, which is the tourist center for Hobbinsville in the county. And it was free for vendors. We put up a booth, and I signed my book and sold it. And we sold some other stuff and advertised the Night House. And but it was successful. We had a lot of vendors. We offered our vendors that are already signed up for Goblin Con, they could come out for free. And with the idea being that they could make their money back for what they paid to be part of Goblin Con.
Mm-hmm.
So the $150 for the 2 days. And most of them made their money back yesterday. So that was good because it didn't cost them anything yesterday.
Was it a pretty good turnout for the event?
Yeah.
So that's pretty big out there.
Yeah. Especially for the 70th anniversary. And then we also had Geraldine Sutton Stith there, who it happened to her family. It happened on her grandmother's farm. So she was there talking to people and stuff. So
well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was from noon to 6 yesterday. And this weekend's been crazy. So
yeah, we were out in Clarksville last week or the week before. Not Clarksville. We were in Kentucky because Eli lives in Kentucky now, which is probably not too far from where the Night House is.
Like 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah. I was thinking about going out there. Then by the time it was Freya's birthday. So by the time we got done with that, we're like, let's go home. Because, you got to drive like an hour and a half or 2 home.
Right.
So.
Right.
Well, so what else has been going on? What you been doing? You've been catching any TV? I know you've been busy.
I watch a little TV, especially because on Friday and Saturdays when we have teams in the house, they come in at 7. I'll give a tour for about an hour and a half, history tour, paranormal tour around the house, and then we kind of let them go do their own thing. We go back into our office bedroom area and watch TV. So
yeah,
a little bit of TV on Friday and Saturdays. Other than that, I don't have time to watch TV.
I've been watching a lot of TV the past few weeks. I'm not too proud of it, but I didn't know if you actually right before you walked in, I was watching this Netflix documentary on The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Have you seen that's on there?
I've seen it on there, but I haven't watched it yet.
Did you ever watch The Biggest Loser when it was on?
I've seen a few episodes, and
I've never watched it at all. And when I was watching that documentary, I was like, good Lord, then like there's the people on there that are like, they're just exploiting us because we're fat. And you're like, well, no shit, they're exploiting you because you're fat. It's like, what do you expect? And I say this as a fat man, so I can say bad things about fat people. It's like, you're fat, man. It's like, what you signed up for. But it was like a 3-part series. I don't want to say that it was any good, but it probably would have made more sense if I'd ever watched The Biggest Loser. But
yeah, I saw the trailer with the one guy, and they didn't show him. It was a voiceover, and he was talking, and they showed him before on the show, and then as he lost all that weight, and he won one of the seasons and lost, like, I don't know, 300 pounds or some shit. And then they show him, and he's back looking exactly the same.
Well, it's funny because I was just looking at him, and I was like, I think he might be bigger than he was originally on there, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't need to be. I don't guess it's funny. It sucks, but I mean, it's not sustainable as a man who is a professional at losing weight, because I'm very good at losing weight and then gaining it back. Yeah. So, as a man that is good at losing weight, it's like if you don't change your thinking, which is my problem on it, it's like you lose the weight. Yeah. It's like I go through these phases where like I lose like 50 pounds or something, feeling awesome. You feel better about yourself, and then you don't hold it because you just like I go through my cycles. I'm like, all right, fuck this. I don't feel like doing this anymore. Yeah.
Or you had a stressful day or something. You're pissed off about something. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna eat a cheeseburger.
It's one of the. I told you yesterday or the day before that I'm kind of laying off the drinking for a little bit, and it's literally just because I know that most of my calories in a day is because I drink so much beer.
Well, I blame that on mine, but I mean, fuck, I've lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
But this is only the second time I've drank anything in 2 months.
Yeah.
And we're up at the night house working our ass off all the time. And so I'm like, why am I not losing any weight? So I can't blame it on beer.
I was telling Nikki that, like, I mean, yes, it's not just the beer. It's also my diet. But like, I mean, I was calculating it. Like if you drink, in the beginning, I would drink like a Miller Lite. And it's about 100 calories. And if you're drinking 10 of those, 4 times a week, it's like that's 1,000 extra calories in your diet a day. That's like for nothing.
Right.
And so that's the problem that I run into. And it's, years ago, like I thought I was an alcoholic. And so I quit drinking for 10 years. And then I started back up after I had this accident with my feet. And it's like what I've learned is like, I'm not an alcoholic. I just fall into bad habits.
Yeah.
So my habit would be I get home from work. I'm like, oh, I'm going to drink today. And then it's like I drink, and that would be my habit. And then like, the next day I'd take a break. And then the next day I'm going to come home, you just groove these things out in your mind of what you're going to do. And that's what I did. So I was like, when we were on vacation a few weeks ago, I'm like, you know what? Let me start my cycle up. let me get a little healthy here for about 4 or 5 months so I can ruin it by come January. That's usually my cycle.
Well, my shit is because I'm diabetic, but I've got it in check and I don't take any meds for it. But so I have to watch what I eat and stuff. So I don't eat any sweets or anything. And beer's okay every once in a while. I can't do wine or mixed drinks, anything sugary anymore.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest thing for me, why I haven't lost it's the gut is the problem.
Yeah, I know.
It's not anything else. It's my big fat gut.
I tell everybody all the time, I'm like, I'm perfectly happy with the size of my body.
Right.
Except for my gut.
My problem is, the only problem I have with the gut is that it makes my t-shirt poke out.
Yeah.
That's how I fucking hate that.
I know.
That's like, what the hell? You see my belly coming before you see me. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is when I was watching The Biggest Loser, I was like, well, at least I'm not that big. It's like fat guys still see the silver lining. And like when you see another fat guy, you're just like, well, I'm not like I'm like, I'm not as big as that guy, or I'm bigger than that guy. It's like that's my comparing myself to fat dudes.
I think everybody has their body issues though. I mean, it's one of those things like,
even when you're skinny.
People that are skinny are like, I want to bulk up. You see them trying to go to the gym and shit, and they have just the same issues we do.
I think that everybody has those problems anyway. Everybody is always self-conscious about themselves. No matter if you're big or small or whatever else. That's what's funny when you think about fat people and they're like, oh, body, love your body and this and that, when they went through those few years of like, just love yourself, be fat, be free, all that dumb bullshit. And then the second like Ozempic or something comes out, like, fuck that, I'm getting skinny.
How can I make $1,500 a month?
I know. It's like, how are you going to be like body love and then turn around and like be like, well, I don't want to live. Nobody wants to be fucking fat.
Like Lizzo, the singer a few years ago.
Yeah.
She's all half naked on stage and shit. Big old chick. Love your body, all this shit. Have you seen her lately?
Yeah, she's fucking skinny now.
Exactly, because Ozempic and shit. And like, okay, well, what happened to your message of love yourself the way you were?
That's the thing. It's like, I don't give a shit if people are taking that or not.
Right,
it doesn't matter to me, but don't go out there and act like you're, I'm running this parade of like, love yourself. Hey, young girls out there that are fat, and it's like it's okay if you're fat. Well, I mean, it's be kind, but it's not okay if you're fat. It's like you probably need to knock some pounds down.
Be healthy.
You need to be healthy because let me tell you, when you get to middle age and you're a fat ass like me, it's hard to lose weight and especially keep it off and to maintain it off.
Well, and also, I mean, shit, like my knees are blowing out my back, and I got this gut hanging on the front, which doesn't have my back. Pulling it out of alignment and shit.
That's fun.
But also the people that have lost all the weight are the worst fat shamers in the world.
I know.
Like, you fat bastard, you were just as fat as I am
I know.
a year ago. Don't come fat shaming me.
I always watch myself because if I ever did get skinny, it's like, if I ever had those tendencies to like talk shit, it's like, just wait. My cycle will start over in about 6 months and I'll be fat again, and then you can get me back. It's like
the only thing worse than former fat people are former smokers.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking shaming me for smoking. You smoked for 30 fucking years.
I know. And they all of a sudden decide that it's bad for you. It's like,
and somehow now they're better than you because they don't smoke.
All of it's bad for you. Anything you do is bad for you.
Also the damn vape holes with the douche flutes. Like, come on, that is not any better for you to fucking vape than it is to smoke a cigarette. So don't even tell me that you quit smoking because you didn't.
The funny thing is that goes along with like just the habit thing that I was talking about with alcohol, because I was a smoker for years and years and years, and I remember probably me and Nikki had first gotten married, so it was over 20 years ago. Like, I was like, I'm quitting smoking. I think it was because Hayden was about to be born, and I was like, when Hayden is born, I'm going to quit smoking.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I did that back then. It was new, and I don't even know if they still have that shit now, but I use that Shantex medication to stop smoking. And the way that it works is you take a pill, and then, you smoke, I'd smoke a pack a day. So then like, smoke half that. Yeah. And then, throughout a week, it's like you whittle it down to nothing. And the thing is, I used to tell people it's like having a diet cigarette.
Right.
And because you're just like, I don't really, you're not getting anything out of it. It's like it's blocking whatever receptor that gives you the pleasure on it or whatever. And so what I realized when I quit smoking is that, like, yes, you might be addicted to the nicotine briefly, but it's like, give it like 2 or 3 days. If you quit for 2 or 3 days cold turkey, then you're fucking fine. Yeah. The problem is the habit of doing it.
Right.
When I'm like, I remember I'd be driving home from work when I worked in Franklin, and when I hit 96 at the blinking lights, all right, that's when I knew to light up. It's like, your spots to do all that. It's just the habit of it.
It's for me also. It's because I still smoke cigarettes. So for me, like, watching TV or a movie, and if somebody lights up, my body's like, hey, you ain't smoked in a while. You need a cigarette.
I know. That's what's funny about the whole thing is that that's what I've learned. And that is the same with the drinking. It's like, once you just stop for a couple of days. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting, because there's alcoholics out there that are fucking.
It would hurt them.
Yeah, it hurts them. They're detoxing, vomiting, a whole 9 yards. But like, I was never. When I was drinking heavily, I was never like, I gotta hurry up and get out of work so I can get home and get a drink.
You're not doing shots of tequila at 7 in the morning.
Nothing like that. Right. I just have this tendency to fill in whatever my problems are, or whatever empty time I have. I filled that space with like doing dumb shit like drinking.
Right.
It's like, and the thing is I like to drink, and I have no intentions of stopping. I'm just like, I know that right now I need to get my weight down. Yeah. I know that I need to lay off of it for a little bit, but It's funny, man. It's like when you get older, this is what they used to call the yo-yo dieting, man. It's like this is what I do. I do my cycles.
Yeah. I'm just in my 40s. I used to have a big problem more with my weight, and now it's more about being healthy.
Yeah.
When I think about losing weight or what I'm eating, it's more about being healthy. But then with the fucking night house, being up there every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's so much easier. We have a kitchen up there and a stove and all that, but I don't have time to cook.
Yeah.
Because we have a team coming in at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. And so it's just much easier to have fucking Captain D's or Long John Silver's.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know, or something like that than it is to cook something. So
no, I get that
that's
completely.
Part of the issue.
The convenience of it. Whenever we went on vacation, I'm going to show you a couple pictures here in a minute because I got a groundbreaking question to ask you about. Right. Are you guys are y'all beach people? You like going to the beach?
I do. Roger's not.
Yeah,
he could give a shit less about the sand and the beach.
I've always loved the beach because I never really went a lot when I was younger, and then I would go every now and then. When me and Nikki got married, I think we maybe went just a handful of times early on in our marriage just because we couldn't afford it. But I think that after this last trip, I realized that like I'm not as much of a beach person as I thought I was because it's like I love sitting there watching it. Yeah. And it's amazing to watch it all. But I was going to show you a picture here of something, get your opinion on it. So this is actually a picture of the beach. I think I got this picture. Nikki might have gotten this picture.
I think she post that on Facebook?
She posted one because me and her both, because I was like, I'd had about 9,000 beers at that point, and I was like, I'll get it better than you. Right. You know, she's a real photographer, but I'm like, I'm going to get it. And I remember mine had a lot of color in it, but it was pretty cool to see, to get the lightning, catch it right at the right time. Right. But let me ask you this. So on the beach, I remember I went to the beach with the Bacons years ago. I can't remember which beach it was, but I remember being out in the ocean, which was one of the first times I'd ever been out in the ocean, and I had to piss. Yeah. And I was like, I gotta pee. I was like, sorry guys, I'm gonna go in and go pee. And Jamie Bacon's like, why don't you just pee in the ocean? And I was just like, is that allowed? So my question to you is it okay to piss in the ocean?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right.
When I go to the river, I piss in the river all the time. That's where everybody goes. You'll have people sitting on the fucking beach at the river, at the rock beach. Women out there tanning, they don't get in the fucking water at all. They're just out there laying out, reading a book, whatever. But when they do get in the water, you know exactly what they're doing. They're going to take a fucking piss, especially if they only get belly button deep. Yeah. Because they're not cooling off if they're in the water. It's all about going and pissing.
So I hadn't done it. I hadn't done any of that in years. So when we were at the beach a few weeks ago, I'd take Nikki out in the ocean. It's all right. We got out in the ocean.
One of those that dumped.
There's some paper towels back there. We'll get it in a minute. I'm in the ocean and I'm like, I gotta pee. And I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking pee. Yeah. And so like I swim out a little bit and just kind of pee on myself. Is that what you do? You just pee on yourself? I mean, is that normal? Do people do that?
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm telling you. Even women, they won't say anything. Guys will be like, man, I got to take a piss. I'm going to go downstream or something. But yeah, even women, they'll go out there. Like I'm telling you, if you see them all quietly go out to their belly button, and that's the only time they get in the water, they're not getting their hair wet. They're not going up to their neck. They're pissing.
Well, let me ask you this.
And they'll stand there and talk to you, have a whole fucking conversation while they're pissing.
Do people take a dump in the ocean?
I've never done that, but people probably do.
I haven't either.
I can tell you, as a medic, I worked at the wave pool at Wave Country in Nashville, and there were people taking a dump in the damn wave pool all the time, and they would have to clear the wave pool for 30 minutes, and then they would dump so much chlorine in it that it would like burn your eyes the rest of the day.
That's hilarious, man. But I thought that was funny.
So if they shit in the wave pool, I'm sure they're shitting in the ocean.
Well, I definitely don't want people I don't want people pissing in my pool over here. That's for sure. But like in the ocean, it's like, it just feels weird to pee in there, and then you're just fucking swimming around in your own piss.
Well, fish fucking, it's, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's the same. We also went to Alabama. I mentioned this in my last podcast, but we were going through, and let me rewind this. So this is the other Tim Hollis. So this guy, like Nikki found this guy before we left town, and his name is Tim Hollis, and he has this memorabilia museum. He calls it a museum.
Yeah.
And so we stopped in, and he's written like 30 books, 50 books. I don't know if he's listening to this, which he's probably not. I'm sorry, Mr. Hollis, if I got the amount of books you wrote wrong. But anyway, he opens up his door, and it's like just all this shit. It's like he's collected every bit of this stuff. It's like everything you see in there was handpicked by him.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting because it's all like 80s and 90s type stuff. But this guy was pretty nutty. He's got all those lunch boxes and stuff. I mentioned this on my last podcast that I did by myself, but I forgot to get the pictures queued up. So I'm going to show them now. But yeah, Tim Hollis in Alabama, that's what he's up to.
The alternate universe Tim Hollis.
Yeah, the alternate universe Tim Hollis. I was gonna show you to change the subject. I was out at the pool swimming, and I was because I was I knew that we were meeting tonight, and I was thinking about you and thinking about Roger and thinking about the pool and all that kind of stuff. And so I was like, I wonder if I still have that video. And so there's this video right here where you guys had not put the boards over on this side of the deck, and we decided to cover the pool. Roger, remember we decided to cover the pool because Adam Goodwin's dumbass was over here painting my fence, so we decided to cover the pool. So watch what happens. Here's Roger right here cutting something, but watch what happens. Look, stupid. Look at Bennett's stupid ass. Look at him. I'm just looking at him. I'm like, you fucking idiot. Look at him. Look, we put Rogers over there about to pull him. There's a cut in my pool right there where his claws have got it. So that right there happens. And so I'm like, God, Bennett, you idiot.
Yeah.
So then a couple minutes later, there's Adam right there. A couple minutes later, this happens. Look at him. Look. Joink. Right back into the pool. I'm like, what the fuck? Bennett?
No, Benito, big dum-dum.
And then minutes later, I'm in the pool trying to get the thing back. And look, Miss Deb's like trying to pull Bennett over here because she didn't want to fall in again. And I'll look at Frank's little dumbass over here. See him? Watch Frank. I'm in the pool trying to set this up. Here he goes. Watch. 100 miles an hour.
He didn't sink like a stone like Bennett's big ass.
I know, 3 times.
Look at him. He's just floating on top like, hey, help me.
Look at him, stupid. Look, I grab him, watch it. I throw him in between the rafters there. Look at him, big old dummy. Look at him. I mean, good Lord.
Right.
That was all in like one day. So like, well, just a matter of like 10 minutes. But they weren't used to the pool life there. And then this picture here. Roger, you remember that when we won all that money? What was it, like $500 or something?
Yeah, it was 500.
Yeah,
$500 when we played trivia there.
Yeah.
You guys still go to the
grand prize?
Y'all still go to the trivia out there?
Not at Nando's. We go to La Plaza on Thursdays.
Do they do it over there too?
Yeah. And now it's just $50 gift certificates. Most you can win.
$50 gift certificate to La Plaza.
To La Plaza.
That's fine. Hell,
And then you can't use it, but you can't use it until the next time you come in. So you can't use it that same night.
That sucks. So you can't use it. That's fine.
We actually won a couple weeks ago. We won first place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
I think Graham and Brandy go over to Nando's over here on, I think they do it on Thursday.
we've seen them at La Plaza quite a few times playing trivia.
Oh, so maybe
I think they go back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And I had to get the ocean question out there because I've been wondering. I guess I could look it up online, but
Yeah, I would say a pool, somebody's pool is a no-no.
yeah.
But the river or the ocean, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I even give the ocean a pass before I'd give like a lake or a river, because at least the water in the ocean is salty. Isn't that like cleansing or something?
I don't know. I just look at the river. The river is flowing past me, so the piss is going to go way down.
Yeah,
it's going to go way away from me. I'm not going to be swimming in a warm spot.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, another thing too, I was thinking about is we about have our Papa John's open over here.
Yeah,
you seen that?
Looking forward to it.
I know. Well, I tell people that like Papa John's is my favorite.
Yeah.
Junk pizza like that. It's like I'd never had Domino's before it came in over here.
We also have lots of good memories of Papa John's too, going to Bellevue, all of us, and yeah,
with Clay.
And Clay would eat the entire fucking pizza before he ever made it out of Bellevue.
He'd get the works pizza. He'd get a large one, and he'd be like, "All right, what do you want?" I'm like, "Why don't we just share that one?" Right. He's like, "No, I'm gonna eat this whole thing myself."
Yeah, he's just before we could even make it out of Bellevue, it'd be gone, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. It's funny because after I texted you yesterday about coming on the show here, I texted Ben too because I was trying to get him. It turns out he moved to Orlando, but I wanted to. I know I had no idea.
What the fuck? What happened to the farm?
I don't know. Huh. But anyway, so he moved to Orlando a few months ago, and I wanted to talk to him about just the shit with Clay. I don't know if you watched my show. I think Nikki and Talia were on here, and I was talking about Clay shitting in the ceiling and doing all that.
I did. I saw that. Yeah.
But I figured to get Ben's perspective on that. But yeah, Papa John's. Yeah, he'd go out there and eat that whole damn works himself.
I think with some Fairview talk, I think Pizza Hut's doomed when Papa John's opens.
I mean, did you see somebody posted today about how there's one person working in there trying to cook and do all? I mean, it's just that place needs to go away. It's just we spent years going to Pizza Hut here because it was the only thing, and I don't really have a problem with Pizza Hut.
Right.
They usually make it shitty there.
Right.
They don't know. There's sometimes that you get it and it's like, man, this is a banging ass pizza and it's awesome. But it's like they just can't get it together over there.
Yeah. I think Domino's opening really, really messed them up.
Yeah.
So they're kind of scraping and scrounging now. But
Domino's seems like they got their shit together a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what
we ain't had any issues with Domino's at all.
Me neither. What's the situation? I mean, you're pulling from the same pool of people. Like, is it just the management at Pizza Hut? What's going on out there?
I think it's the management, and they don't want to pay anything. I think that's the problem. I think they're owned by Yum Brands, which also owns Taco Bell and KFC.
Yeah.
And I mean, KFC's been closing left and right.
Have they?
Taco Bell's the only one that's not had any issues.
Is that one in Bellevue closed? Yeah. And they put a Starbucks there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, when that Papa John's comes in, they can keep their shit together and not let it go to. I feel really bad about Pizza Hut because hell, even when they first opened here, people go in there, even in the dining area all the time.
The dining area is nasty.
Well, it is now, but back when it first opened, it was fine.
Good, yeah.
But how long has that been open? That's been open for
long time.
Since we were in high school.
Yeah. But that was back when they still had arcade games and shit. You know, you can go in there and sit and play arcade games and things like that. And they did the when you're in school, you read so many books, you get free pizza and shit like that.
Oh, you get your personal pan. You get your fucking bucket pizza. You get your little personal pan pizza. Man, I did that shit when I was a kid. Of course, we had to go out to Franklin back then when we were like in our 10, when we were 10, 11 years old.
I remember going to the old one in Bellevue.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore. It's where they built Dairy Queen there now, I think.
Oh, yeah. You know, what's really nice is that fucking Mr. Gaddy's out there in Franklin, or they have one in Dixon. You go out there and play the hell out of some arcade games.
I remember having a birthday party there.
Hell yeah.
The one in Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then going to other people's birthday parties, one in Dixon. But yeah, that was all geared towards kids. And then like McDonald's, you know, that used to be the play. Now I question why people would take their kids to like La Plaza for a birthday party, or Nando's. La Plaza is big for birthday parties with kids for some reason.
Well, they could have the whole patio.
But we used to go to McDonald's for birthday parties. I mean, I think I'd rather have Mexican than McDonald's for a birthday party.
Yeah, and you get to wear the sombrero, and they're gonna smear some ice cream or some whipped cream in your face. So, yeah, it's all right.
The parents can get drunk while the kids have fun.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned on here before. There was many a nights we took Hayden in there with his little car seat covered up in the smoking section of the plaza. I think we talked about the smoking sections, but yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, we got that Papa John's coming in, and I don't know if you guys noticed this when you were coming down here, how they're building all those new houses over there off Chester.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy, man. It's like those houses. And then I was thinking about y'all over there on Brush Creek, which got me thinking about, I don't think we talked about this before, but Sarah at work always talks about how when she was in Camp Marymount, about the creekers, the Brush Creek boys would be out there like spying on all the girls. You think that was true?
Oh yeah, that's true. Definitely true.
I guess they walked back there from
that area, all the Ivy Road boys and the Brush Creek boys, they all rode four-wheelers back there. I didn't ride back there much because we had our own trails in our neighborhood.
Yeah, you're fucking busy running over me.
Right. But they called it red clay because it was a lot of open dirt back there.
Yeah.
And so they were four-wheeler stuff back there. So there was one ridge back there that they could park up on when it was dark and look down at the girls' camp. And she said that it became the legend of the Creekers for the girls. It was the boogeyman story for Camp Marymount. But she said, because I asked her about it one time when I saw her, and she said, yeah, all you would see was the red glow of cigarettes up on the ridge.
God. That's pretty bad, though, man. Those are little girls out there camping and shit.
But at the time, those boys were the same age.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were 14,
I guess it wasn't like their dads.
No. They were the same age as the girls that went to the camp. So it wasn't some pedophile thing or something,
Yeah.
But yeah, Sarah said, all you would see is the glow of cigarettes up on the ridge.
How far did it take? How long did it take for them to drive their four-wheelers to there? It seems like it's
like 5 minutes.
Oh, so it wasn't that far at all.
No, not at all.
I guess there's trail. That's all.
They had trails all back through there too.
That's all cleared out now, though, isn't it?
Most of it, yeah.
Because of that new neighborhood going back there.
You can still down Ivy Road at the end where there's nothing on the right side, but the camp owns all that land now. But they didn't before.
Yeah.
You can still go back in those trails and go to the back of the camp. And I think that backs up to the lake.
Yeah.
So I guess they would go back there and watch them in their bathing suits. And they go the other side and watch them change and take showers.
Well, hell, I mean, I guess if you're 14, 15 years old, that's a place to be.
Well, they've also told me stories because I hang out with a bunch of them now. We hang out with them, and they used to dare each other to run down there and steal their bras and panties. Because when they would take showers, they'd like throw them over the fence or something like to dry or hang or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they'd run down there and steal their panties and stuff.
The old Brush Creek boys.
Yeah.
You think they still do it? Not the same ones, but any of these new kids do any of that?
Those new kids are too much in their damn phones and shit.
Yeah.
They're not even outside.
You're right about that. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. But that gang is still as crazy as they've ever been. But they're fun to hang out with. We call our team name at La Plaza is the Creekers.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Creekers.
Well, we got in this beef with this other team. Trivia.
What team is it?
They call themselves the Brush Creek Mafia.
Who is it? People
Nobody from Brush Creek. They live on Brush Creek, but they're from California. And it's this lady who is like a self-help guru. She wrote like a New York Times best-selling book. So they have money. And so they bought this big house down Brush Creek. They decided to call themselves the Brush Creek Mafia, but they were going to trivia before we did. So we take Mel out there.
Oh, Lord.
Mel gets drunk on wine and said, what makes y'all the fucking Brush Creek Mafia? I've lived on Brush Creek my whole life.
It's just a name now.
And so
it's just a name.
So we changed our name to the Real Creekers.
That's funny.
And we're the Creekers now. And we don't see them as often as we used to. So we kind of run them off from trivia.
They probably went over here to the other one.
Yeah, but they just don't understand coming into this town, the one road you move on, Brush Creek, you could have come and been the Chester Road Mafia and nobody would have batted an eyelash.
Yeah.
But you're on the wrong side of the tracks on Brush Creek. And then people are not going to take you calling yourself the Brush Creek Mafia.
Good Lord, man.
Even me being from the neighborhood, as they call it, I didn't like they call themselves the Brush Creek Mafia.
What would I be if I was on the road connecting on Farallon? Like what?
You're part of the neighborhood.
So I was.
You're still a Krieger.
All right.
You're just part of the. We're the upper class Kriegers.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Neighborhood. Yeah.
Are they building a bunch of houses down Brush Creek? Didn't they build a neighborhood or something back there? Not the big one that's close to 100.
No, not yet. Not down Brush Creek. There are some bigger houses that have been built down there on some of the land, but they're still pretty spread out.
I'm starting to wonder about this land right here because usually they bush hog it a couple times a year, but they haven't at all. Which Graham told me that one time he cut a trail with his mower down to the woods so the kids could walk through there, and they lost their minds on it, so they weren't allowed to cut. And so I told Graham a few weeks ago, I said, I'm sick of this shit out here because it's bringing mosquitoes and everything else close over here to my pool. And so I thought about cutting, just maybe about 30 feet out just to kind of keep it cleaned up because they haven't. But anyway, it concerns me that they haven't done anything with it because I'm worried that maybe they sold that.
Right.
And it'll be neighborhoods.
Where does this back up to?
Fernville. It's all that land goes straight back to Fernville Road.
This will be pretty deep back in there, though, I would think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they do. You know what they're doing with that big area they cleared out up there by that new neighborhood on 100? That Cedar or something.
Yeah. No, from what I know, there's nothing in development there.
I know that
just paid to have it done because it makes the property more valuable if it's already flat.
Somebody can come in and buy it and put something on there. Well, that'll be fine. I don't care. Everybody loses their minds about all that stuff, but I don't care.
We're fixing to get Ace Hardware, too, across from Papa John's.
Yeah, that'll be good.
The guy that owns Food Saver.
It's nice that I was wondering if they were going to leave it up on the hill, but it looks like they're cutting into it to where it'll be kind of level with the road.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
They're building another building up there to rent out, I think, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was coming home from the dump a couple weeks ago, and I drive through there all the time because I go to Walmart all the time. And I look over by TSC and a fucking Sherwin-Williams is right there. They build it overnight. It's like it was just there.
Yeah, that's been in the plans for a while from me watching the meetings.
They
just threw it up.
Maybe I just don't pay enough attention.
It's also tucked back in the woods right there too.
Yeah,
you really don't see it unless you're coming from, coming towards Nashville from that area.
But you would see like some kind of construction going on. I just need to pay more attention, I think is what it is. Driving to Walmart, I just got Walmart on my mind.
Right.
Ready to get to Walmart. Yeah. Fucking Walmart, man. I went there yesterday and I didn't even notice this until Brandy made mention of it, that those people that have those blue cart things are the Instacart people.
Well, they also do your Walmart pickup.
Yeah, the Walmart pickup.
They're employed by Walmart, but damn it, this one's going to.
You know what happened? You know what's doing that is because you better get it.
Well, the some bitch has been sitting here for 30 minutes now.
I know. You got to get it. You just spill.
I need some more.
Before we got on,
how the hell is it still going to be fizzy after it's been 30 minutes since it dumped out of the fridge?
So for the listeners, yesterday I told Nikki that I had all this beer in the fridge up at the house, and I was like, I need to move this beer out because we need more room in the refrigerator for other things. And I'm like, I'll take it down to the office. I was like, I don't think it's going to fit in the kegerator because the 2 kegs are in there. And she's like, well, we got that mini fridge in the garage. Maybe we'll take it out there. And I was like, no, I'll get these in there. And so what I did is I stacked them on top, like up. It's like building a tree of Miller Lite. And so after I finished, I was like, hell yeah, I could put 50 more in here if I needed to. And so I closed the refrigerator door. I'm all happy with myself. And then Eric comes over and I said, hey, Eric, you want a beer? What you got? I got some Miller Lights and some Mick Ultras and stuff in there. And he opens the fucking door. And it
was after I closed it.
I know. You pick your beer.
One beer.
You probably noticed how well I stacked it. And you were like, yeah, good job. And then you close the door and you just hear.
And then when I opened it to fix it, fucking 20 beers come rolling out, energy drinks.
I know. There you go. Well, those are energy drink beers. Those monster.
Yeah, that's what you need.
No, Nikki was drinking them. But anyway, so yeah, those people, like, I didn't know what Brandy was talking about with those Walmart people, but they are a pain in the ass.
They won't move out your fucking way.
I know. I'm like, hey, I'm here, a shopper.
Yeah.
You're like the employee here. Get the hell out of the way.
But also, they're picking somebody's order. They're going to pick up fucking 4 hours from now or 2 hours. Or,
I know. They need.
I'm fucking here shopping now.
I know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Do they do that? Do they do that at Publix?
I don't think I've never seen them do it at Publix.
I've never seen them do it either. But surely they got some kind of pickup thing over there.
Now, the other day I was in Walmart and did get a really nice employee that was doing that, and they were like, "Oh my God, let me get out of your way. I'm sorry," and they got out of my way and let me get what I needed, and then they went back. So some of them are nice, but for the most part, they're assholes.
I mean, I'm not saying that they're personally assholes. I don't know. I've never really talked to them, but they're just all over the place. There's like 10 of them, and they're just shopping all that.
Well, I'm
stuff.
personally calling them assholes because a couple of times I've went to reach around them to get whatever I needed, and they just looked at me like
and giving them a reach around there.
Yeah, right. At least pulled my hair first.
I mean, I didn't realize how many there were until I just stopped and started paying attention. And I'm just like, good Lord, there's just too many of these people here. But then I went to Publix today to pick up a couple things, and I'm looking for them, and I'm like, maybe I need to just start coming to Publix, but it costs more at Publix.
Right. I actually, for the first time, did the Walmart pickup thing where you park in the spot and you let them know on the app you're there.
Yeah.
They come load your shit.
Look,
I'm going to start doing that from now on.
I want to do that, but here's the reason that I don't do that. The reason that I don't do that is because when I go to Walmart and I'm like picking out meat, it's like, I'm looking for the ones in the back. Because I have too many bad experiences of getting Walmart meat, and it's like it says that it's got 4 more days on it. You crack that bitch open, and it's nasty. So I get the ones in the back that I know that are still a little bit frozen. But if you get those people to do it, they don't care. They're just grabbing whatever's in front. But I guess if I was just getting like anything else,
I want to tell your audience about something about Tim Hollis. If you see him at Walmart, don't talk to him unless he talks to you. Because Tim is on a mission.
Yeah, I don't fuck around.
Unless he's with Nikki, because Nikki's going to stop and talk and give you a hug and all that.
Here's the problem.
But Tim, me and Tim have done this so many times at Walmart. We may not have seen each other in 3 months, but we see each other at Walmart, which, hey, how you doing? We walk past each other because we're both on a fucking mission to get what we got to get and get the fuck out of there.
Listen, I'm here to tell you, when I go to the store, I'm ready. I'm like, all right, I got my list out. I'm ready to get the stuff, and I don't like stopping and talking. Now, on the flip side, Nikki doesn't like stopping and talking either. But like, if me and you pass each other, it would be like, oh, hey, how y'all doing? Okay, I'm good. Hi, we see each other at Walmart. It's like, look how excited I am. I just saw you the other day, but hey, you're a fucking right. Hey, look at us. We're at Walmart. But like, we'll go through and I keep my head down because, growing up in Fairview, of course, it's not really like that anymore because there's so many new people here. A lot of the old Fairview, maybe they're over there at HG Hills.
Well, then you have half of fucking Hickman County and Dixon County coming to our Walmart because it's nicer.
I know. Yeah. So like, I'm getting my stuff. Then Nikki's with me, and everybody in the fucking world knows Nikki. And she stopped and talked. I said, listen, and then she gets in the car. Oh, God. It's like she's not mad about talking to people, but like, she'll stop talking to somebody after 10 minutes and then get like 20 steps down. Oh, hey. I'm like, good Lord, no. You put your head down and you go. And like, sorry, Eric, that I just saw you. I'm not hating on you, but I'm getting the fuck out of here because I got groceries to get.
I remember us talking about this when Walmart first opened because you were like, I saw you the other day. I was going to be rude. And I was like, oh, no, we're on the same page, buddy. We're on the same page. I'm in there on a fucking mission. And my ADD, if I don't go in there and get what the fuck is in my head, I'll forget half the shit that I need. And I'll have to go back out the store. So, no, I'm the same way because I became that way being a bartender out here and DJing karaoke and doing trivia for so long.
Yeah.
Hosting trivia. Because then everybody knew me. Even new people knew me. And so I couldn't go to the fucking store. I was like Nikki. I couldn't walk 10 feet without having to talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
And so now I guess I've just retrained all of them, but it's been a few years since I was doing all that too. So now it's just like, hey, how you doing? And I'm fucking gone. Like I'm not stopping to talk.
Well, I try to figure out a way of like, if I see somebody to where, you can manage the conversation to where you can get out of it real quick. Because the problem is, because sometimes I'll see people that I haven't seen in 25 years.
Yeah.
Hey, like I saw Brandon Sharp at Publix probably about 3 or 4 months ago. And he came up to me. I saw him and I recognized him, and I wasn't being disrespectful or anything and not talking to him.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, in my mind, I was like, oh, there's fucking Brandon Sharp. I hadn't seen him in a long time. And then he spots me, comes up to me, nice as can be, nicest guy. And he was always nice back then. Nice. So what's been going on, man? Just fucking, it's like all of a sudden, like 30 years of my life starts trying to replay in my head. Well, I had fucking 3 kids. I got married. It's like, I'm living life. Oh, hey, it's funny. So you just pick like the thing that you did yesterday.
Right.
Well, I just got back from vacation. But anyway, so he was really nice and he talked to me. And then when I left, I was like, I'm an asshole, which, I don't mean to be, but like today I went to, I don't know if I should be saying these people's names on here. They ain't fucking listening to it. Well, I wouldn't say anything bad about anything. No, but this morning yesterday, me and Nikki went to Walmart, had my head down. And, it's funny because Gene used to always say, the best time to go to the store. He always went to Public, not Publix or Walmart. He went to Public. When the best time to go to Public is? When's that, Granddad? It's 6:00 on a Saturday night. I was like, oh, okay. So all the time I'm thinking that in my mind. So last night we were there at about 5:30. Fucking millions of people here. Granddad, I think that I just poked some holes through your theory that like the best time to go when the least people are there is Saturday at 6:00. At least not at Walmart. Yeah. Sunday morning we went to go pick up some things because I was cooking some wings earlier. I was like, oh, I need a marinade. So I was like, oh, I'll just go to Publix. This is like 8:00 this morning. Packed. Yeah. I was like, why aren't you all in church? It's like, because I used to go shopping like for the family on Sunday mornings, like at Walmart, because there was very few people there, but not Publix. I guess the Publix people don't go to church, but the Walmart people do. So I got to keep that in mind. But anyway, when I was at Walmart yesterday, I saw this guy. I don't know if you remember him. I don't even know. I think he might have moved away. His name was Jason Spence.
Yeah.
Like I saw him.
Well, I went to school with his brother, his younger brother. Justin.
Oh yeah. So I saw him. I hadn't seen this guy in it had to be 30 years. Yeah. And you know how your mind is. I'm like, oh, that's fucking Jason Spence right there. Right. And it's like, we will all look the same. Maybe we're a little bit fatter, or maybe we're a little something else. But anyway, so I see him. And we don't make eye contact or anything, but I can't imagine that guy's going to come up to me and be like, "Hey, Tim, what's going on?" So.
Right. Yeah, I feel like an asshole because when I come up to somebody like that, or they come up to me, especially if they come up to me, because I'm trying to, like I'm with you, I'm like keep my head down, my own business. But then they'll ask me, so what's been going on? And I'm like, I feel like I only talk about myself and I don't let them in part of the conversation.
Yeah.
So like it's not reciprocal conversations like, oh, well, I own a haunted house and like blah, blah, blah. And then I never asked them what's been going on for the past 30 years of your life. And then I'm just like, hey, have a great day and going about my business.
Well, I guess that's all right. Because then they're like, oh, well, I wanted to be nice and talk, but I didn't really have anything to say.
Or they're like, I didn't give a fuck what he had going on. I was just being nice,
Well, I'm trying to be a little bit better about that. Not necessarily intentionally stop and talk to people, but the problem is like you said, I put my head down, go and get the thing because like I'm on a mission and I'm going to do this thing. Just like I was telling you back earlier in the podcast about like the drinking, it's like I get home from work, I'm going to come out here and drink. It's like I develop these routines. So I'm trying to not be so, like tight with my routine that I can't just be like, oh yeah, hey, come on. It's like if it wasn't planned, it's like I'm not a planner at all. I don't schedule things or anything like that. But I'm very planned in my mind. Right, I'm just like, this is what I'm doing today. This is how my day is going to play out because I've thought about it in the shower this morning. And if anything that goes off this track, stopping and talking to this guy for 4 minutes in the store is not in my plan.
Right.
So I'm trying to let go of that.
There's something outside the norm, Tim.
I know. Well, that's what
live dangerously.
I am trying to live dangerously like that. I mean, it's dangerous when you get in the store and you're stuck talking to somebody.
Right. Here lately, so my biological father, my grandparents who raised me were both dead. That's who I call my mom and dad usually. My biological dad moved in with us about 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's a fucking trip for one. But I've known him my whole life, so it's not like we don't know each other. And so I knew we'd get along and all that. But so now I go to fucking Walmart with him because I work for myself. So I'm at home, so I can just go. He's got to get a cart because he's old and he's
get the
on
ride around
disability.
Sally's?
Yeah, and so now he's got to play musical fucking carts. So we go in the door. He has to get on one. Well, the battery's dead on that one. Got to get on this one. Oh, it says 100%, but it goes 2 feet and it's 0%. It dies. Then he's got to go this fucking cart. And I'm just like, come on, Mr. Magoo.
Let me pause you on that right there. Now, I don't 100% blame him because when I go into Walmart and I pick a cart and that motherfucker doesn't push just right, which most of the time they don't. All the time at Publix, they're perfect. At Walmart, you got to get you a good one. And whenever I broke my feet and I was riding around those ride around Sally's, I do the same thing. I'm like, well, this one ain't got enough battery.
But inevitably, he'll pick the one that's like 100%. And then we'll get halfway around the store and it drops to like 15. And so, but he's got the secret. And the motherfucker will die. It'll stop. He'll turn it off. He'll set for about 30 seconds. We'll turn it back on. It'll jump back up to 100%. He'll go 20 feet, 15%, dead. Good. And he'll limp it all the way up to the front. And so I'm dealing with this shit now going into Walmart. Yeah. So I have to plan my day even longer. Like, okay, well, what should take me 5 minutes to go into Walmart with Mr. Magoo, it's going to be 30 fucking minutes at least. If he gets a shitty card, it's going to be 45.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Mr. Magoo.
I call him Mr. Magoo because we have laughed at him so much. He's so funny. So he lived with us for about a month. And I was using the microwave. And the microwave, we have a big fucking microwave right beside the refrigerator. Mm-hmm. And I was using it one day and he's like, when did you get a microwave? I said, we've had this microwave for like 5 years. He's like, I've never seen that microwave. It's been sitting right here. I haven't moved it. And he's like, oh. He's like, I've never seen it before. And so then on our back deck, our covered back deck, he goes out there to smoke. We go out there and smoke all the time, especially when it's hot or raining. And we don't smoke in the house. So anyway, I had this like black chandelier little thing hanging because we have a whole like seating area out there with a table and stuff. And I was talking to him on the phone when we were at the night house. It's like, when did you hang the chandelier up on the back porch? It's been there for like 2 years. I've never seen it before. It's been there for like 2 years. So then the other day, I made breakfast for me and him. I cooked some bacon. And I toasted my bread that I made my BOT out of. Mm-hmm. And he seen the toast, and he's like, where's the toaster? It's right beside the stove on the counter. It's you can see your reflection in it. It's fucking stainless steel shiny. And he's like, yeah, I've never seen the toaster before.
How old is he?
63.
He's 64. Only 63? He's losing his fucking mind already?
No, he just fucking doesn't pay attention. So I called him, and he can't see. Which he's had cataract surgery, and he should wear his glasses more, but he refused to let them give him bifocals and shit. And so I call him Mr. Magoo.
Did you say that he's your biological father?
Yeah, yeah.
And so how long has he been living with you guys?
5 or 6 months now? Yeah.
So he has trouble getting around and all that?
He has peripheral vein disease and peripheral artery disease in his legs. So he has about 40 stents between the two legs to hold them open so the blood flow is good. And he's also diabetic, so he's already got a toe chopped off.
Oh, wow.
So, but he does pretty well. He just can't walk long distances without it hurting his legs or him getting winded, so he has to sit down. Yeah. But, hey, it works for me. I get a handicap placard in my car when he rides with me, so we get to park at the handicap.
Yeah, my grandfather, man, he's, for those of you guys that don't know, Eric and Roger built my basement. We might have talked about this last time you were here, but we have a basement that it was already fully built out, but we kind of built it into a like an apartment. So it has like a kitchen and a bathroom. There used to be a closet in there. We kind of fashioned up a bathroom. And so my grandfather, I'll never forget, after my dad passed away, I went up to him out to his condo and I said, Gene, I think you need to come live with me. Well, I don't want to bother you. And I'm like, no, you're not bothering me. I need you to come out here. And so he comes out and he goes into the apartment. In his mind, he was thinking he's just going to have a room. Yeah. So he walks in there and he's like, all this? I get to live in all this? And I said, yeah, I had this built out. My friends Eric and Roger built this out here so you can move in here. And he's like, all I'll move in. And then he goes out to his car and he brings in a fucking bag. And he's like, all right, I moved in. I'm like, no, we gotta go get all your shit out of your condo and everything else.
Oh, Gene.
But he moved out last December, and man, he's been bad. It's just like the past week. Yeah, he's getting to where he can't do much of anything. Of course, when you're 93, it's like that's to be expected. But man, I'm telling you, he's been to the hospital like 3 or 4 times in the past few months of urinary tract infection. And then, you know, as you probably know, I don't know if the listeners know, but when you get old, it's like that shit messes you up.
Yeah.
And he was like hallucinating. We were sitting with him in the hospital.
Yeah.
And he's like talking about the cat that's on the floor over there. And then it turned into a man. And I'm like, damn, Gene, I can get some of whatever you got.
Right.
And so he's talking about that, talking about how his sister and her husband came in to have dinner with him. And they didn't say a word. They didn't even say a word to me. Gene, did they didn't say a word to you? Not a single, didn't open their mouth once. And so like me and Nikki left the hospital and like we look it up and it's like his sister apparently died in 2021 when the rest of the family died.
Right.
And so he's just in bad shape, but he just keeps on getting past it. It's like, I don't know what it is about those old folks. You know, that generation is just like too stubborn to die, I guess.
Right. I know y'all were happy to have him move in and kind of get to know your grandfather more than you did. And we were happy too, because we've had some fun times with Gene, hang out by the pool, drinking beers with him. Yeah. Because he's a fucking trip. He's funny as shit, and he's got some stories.
It was great. It was great. He lived here for about 4 years, and it was great while it lasted. But in the few months leading up to him moving out, it got to the point where, you know, we knew that he needed more help because he'd fallen down a couple of times, and it's like Nikki's at work, I'm at work, Jack's at school. Yeah, it's like nobody's there to help him, and so he knew it was time for him to go to an assisted living facility, and that's what he ended up doing. But it was getting to the point too where I think that this is the best decision. It's nice to have our house back, but but when I think back to those times whenever he first moved in, when he was more capable of doing things, it was a lot of fun learning shit about. I mean, hell, he was born in 1932. Right. Think about all the things in American history that have happened since then.
You know, the crazy thing is my mom, my grandmother who raised me, she was born the same year.
Oh, really?
So to think that she died in 2009. So to think that she would be that old now is crazy. Yeah. To think that she was 70 something when she died is crazy anyway, because she raised me. That was my mom. So to think that she would be is just insane to me. But it's been that long, you know.
Every time he gets sick, every time he's in the hospital, I tell Nikki, I'm like, this is it. Yeah, this is it. You know,
just keeps on kicking.
Part of me wants him to go because it's like I know that he's very unhappy. He's lonely. He wants companionship. I think the only thing keeping him going is this woman that works up at the Pearl. She's probably in her 60s, and that's his girlfriend.
I was gonna say something, but I'll be nice.
that was his girlfriend, and then it was the same when my dad was in the hospital. You know, it was a COVID protocol, so no one was able to see him. And so every time I went in there, he didn't give a shit about me. He wanted to see Sandra. Yeah, this girl that he worked with, me and Joseph.
Your stepmom.
She's our stepmom, and she still works there. But my dad wanted to see her, and I'm just like, all right, well, I guess this tracks. You know, it's like
there's a lot more to the story that Tim's not telling y'all too about their stepmom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'll tell it. I don't give a shit.
Okay. I wasn't gonna say.
So after my dad died.
Another beer, please.
Don't knock them all out.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't let them roll all out. But the only thing that I'll say on this, I'll leave names out of it.
Right.
But after my dad died, I was going through all of his stuff. You know, we're selling it off, and we're cleaning up his house and cleaning up his email and cleaning up all the things,
his search history,
and all that. And and I've got these, and I kept on telling Nathan and Joseph that I'm going to use these against them when they least expect it. Right. Joseph, this is a warning to you that I still have these in my back pocket, but it's my dad and this girl like doing things, and it was shocking to me when I saw it. So parents out there, you better tap that thing.
No, I can't. I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
Parents out there, make sure to, there you go.
Yeah.
To properly hide whatever you have, because it's very traumatic when your kids find that and your sex toys and everything else after you die. so I told Joseph and Nathan, I said, hey, I'm going to send you this when you least expect it. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And now Nathan's gone. So like Joseph's getting double of it.
Joseph's fair game. Although knowing your dad, he would have got a kick out of it. I think he would have thought it was funny.
Yeah, I'm sure he thought it was funny, but
now, not for the lady. Your dad would have been embarrassed for her, and like, you know, but for himself, he'd be like, "Yeah, it fucking deserves you right, serves you right." You
yeah.
Fuckers.
But anyway, so Gene, like every time I think he's halfway out, he's ready to go. He's ready to hang it up. He's hanging in there like a hair on a biscuit.
Yeah.
I went and saw him yesterday. I wouldn't say that he's fine. I mean, he's getting kind of old and brittle, and you know, he can't hardly walk very good, but you know, he's 93 and he's been mentioning a lot lately. He's like, I've lived a long life. I'm like, yeah, you have lived a long life.
A couple of years ago, he beat prostate cancer, didn't he?
Yeah. But honestly, I think that's what's coming back to get him right now, because his last scan was, you know, they got most of the cancer. Yeah. And they wanted to do a surgery, but he'd have to have a shit bag. And I was like, Gene, you don't want to do that. You know, your quality of life after having that surgery and all that, you might as well just, it could be tomorrow. It could be 2 years, 3 years from now before it gets you.
Yeah, but fucking 90, 91 to have that surgery and come out clean on it. You know, like he was healthy for another year or so after that. And like, you know.
Hell, I'll never forget. We had to take him to go get his radiation and chemo and stuff. 5 days a week. Every day we'd have to, either me or Nikki would take him out there. And every day when we were driving there or driving back, I was like, all right, let's see. Because, you know, cancer treatment takes a toll on your body. Yeah. He never acted any different the whole time. It's like he just didn't care. He didn't give a shit about it. It didn't bother him. So I don't know. Those old people, you know, they're solid, man.
Well, look, you and Joe got strong genes.
I guess.
Through Gene.
Well, that's part of the reason that I'm trying to clean up my act a little bit so I can restart this cycle here, because I'm always like, I'm going to have a heart attack. Actually, this is the catalyst of me trying to do better. I think that me and Joseph were talking, and we were talking about how we're the only ones left in the family. And I asked him, I was like, who do you think's going to go first, me or you? And he said, you. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean me? And I was like, you know what? He's probably right. So I better get a little bit healthier, do a little exercising and get my heart healthier so that I don't have a heart attack.
I just want to say good on Joe for going to the gym and shit.
Yeah.
Like he has been.
He was doing that for a while. I don't know if he's still doing it. I think that he hurt his foot. He took a break and was getting back into it, and then he fell off his porch and hurt his foot. But it's funny because, like, I don't know, like, I'm not a big exerciser. I used to do a lot of like heavy weightlifting, like barbell type stuff. But since I've had my feet problems, I haven't been doing that. And so I was like, I need like activity. I need something. And then I was like, I got a fucking pool in my yard. It's like, I can go swimming. So that's what I've been doing. And what's nice about it is it's like, what's the worst part about when you walk or run? It's like when you're done and you're sweaty and you feel gross and then you got to shower and all that. It's like, you don't have to worry about that when you're in the pool. Because you're beating the hell out of yourself, getting worn out, and you're in a cooled off pool.
You ain't put a heater on that son bitch yet?
We had this conversation yesterday. I told Nikki, I said, I will put a heater on that pool this fall if I'm still committed to like using it to swim for physical activity and stuff like that. But the only reason that I haven't is because actually I think I can probably get a good one for relatively cheap. I need to get a bigger breaker out here to run it, but it's not to do it like in January when it's snowing. It just extends your season. You know, you can, but most people that I talk to that have pools have a heated pool, and mine's not. And I kind of, it'd be nice to be able to, because because you know how the spring kind of was longer this season than usual. It didn't really start getting warm until June. I mean, we couldn't really even get in the pool until June.
Right.
I mean,
the damn rain we had. Yeah.
I know. So I'm thinking about doing it.
Do y'all have gas? Natural gas?
We don't have gas. I'd have to get an electric one, which it'll be expensive as shit to run it, but it might be worth it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know.
I need to either do that or find some other kind of activity to do. But I've enjoyed the swimming because it's convenient. Because you get you know, when you got a pool in your yard, it's better than having to go somewhere to go swimming or go.
I guess are those pool heaters like instant hot water heaters? They kind of the same concept.
The one that I'm looking at is like that, where it's like an instant thing. It's not like you know, some of the old school ones were like it goes into the thing and it heats up and shoots back out. But this is like one of those, you know, hot on contact type things. You can get those for probably $1,000-$2,000 and get that set up, run it in the plumbing.
And before you put the blankets, the solar blankets on top.
No, I've never done that.
I thought you did. I thought you had.
I have one right out here. It's just a cover for it, but covers are dumb.
Yeah,
I probably won't use that ever again.
Maybe you were using something to try to heat the pool.
No,
maybe it was the cover.
Yeah, because I mean, when the sun gets on it, it makes it warmer.
Yeah,
but anyway, so yeah, that's the update on Gene. I don't know. You got anything before we wrap it up here? Do you got any plans to get back into podcasting?
I am. Actually, I think I've been on a hiatus for a year, so I think I'm going to go back probably November, December, after Goblin Con.
Does this make you miss it, doing shit like this?
Not really.
Well, I mean, we're not really talking about the paranormal.
Well, it's not even the paranormal because I've been on all kind of different podcasts, and I go on podcasts all the time. Being on this side of the table, I don't have to prepare shit.
Yeah.
I come in here and talk as myself, whether we're talking paranormal or just talking like we've been today. And so I don't have to prepare anything. Being on that side of the table, especially with interviewing people in the paranormal, I have to fucking read the book. I have to watch the documentary. I have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be well researched on whatever they have going on. So it's a lot. Not saying you don't do research or you don't prepare, but just the way that I do my show.
I don't.
You know, it takes a lot. It's a lot of research.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, it's a production to be able to put it together and know. All right, these are the specific things that we're talking about, and then I got to learn about this guy, and you know, I get that, but I don't. I've been getting kind of sloppy over the past few episodes, which is why I kind of took a few week break just because vacation and I hadn't been feeling well and all that. We were kind of redoing this, which I'm happier because it feels a little bit more spacious in here.
Yeah.
Hopefully the lighting turns out okay. But as far as preparing, if it's someone like you or some people that I know for a long time, I have learned that certain people, like, you got to kind of push the conversation, which I'm sure you know that. Which the thing is it's like there's millions and millions and millions of things that you can talk about.
Right.
There's millions of podcasts out there that talk about all the things that ever could be. Yeah. And it's like I'll sit here and be sitting with someone and it's like nobody can think of anything to say.
Right.
So I try to make some notes of just like some things to hit just in case, but I probably do need to prepare better. But the thing is though, is, you know, you look at like a Joe Rogan or something like that. He's got somebody on that's like this, you know, famous physicist or, you know, something. So, okay, well, we're going to talk about that today. Yeah. Or he's got his MMA people that come on. Okay, well, we're going to talk about that with this guy. It's like, for me, it's just like, I got Eric. Well, you're probably the only person that I've ever had on here that has like a thing that you do. It's like you do the paranormal stuff and all that, but it's not really about talking about any of that on here. We're just shooting the shit because we've known each other forever. But I probably should prepare a little bit better. I guess is what I'm saying.
But for me, like you're talking about with Joe Rogan, it's very topical too for my show because I mean if they go out and hunt for Bigfoot and that's the books they've written, then that's what the hell we're talking about today. Yeah. Like I'm not going to fill out left field and say, let's talk about UFOs. Yeah. You know, I may ask their opinion on other things, but so it is very topical like that too. But I just like to be, if they've written a book, I'd like to have read the book. Yeah. And I'm just really, I don't know, anal about if I ask a question, I already know the answer. Yeah. for the benefit of my audience so that we can expand on that and, that type of stuff. So I just put a lot of time into it, and I also edit the show and things like that. But when I bring it back, when I bring the Unseen Paranormal podcast back, I'm going to kind of broaden it out because I kept very much to the nonfiction, like paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to broaden out to do some like anything that kind of ties into the paranormal. So like graphic novels and things like that. Because with that, you can talk about, okay, what was your inspiration to this graphic novel on ghost?
Yeah.
Or aliens or whatever. And they may have had experience when they were a kid, So I want to do some more fun things just for myself to be entertained. Than
yeah. I mean, all that sounds fun. There's everything connects one way or the other. So you'll definitely have some. I've been trying to get into doing some solo podcasts. It's like I commend you on being able to sit there and talk for an hour or more. I know that some of yours aren't that long, but it's like it's hard to sit there and have the conversation by yourself. There's people that do it and do it great, but I just prefer to like bounce things off of people, have conversations, but I do want to try to start filling in the gaps. I told you yesterday I was kind of scheduling some. I got a bunch of them scheduled now, so it's not too much of an issue, but I do need to practice doing more of them by myself. So, if it comes a week where I don't have anybody.
Well, me and you're good friends, and not to blow smoke up your ass, but I think the Chester Boom ones that you've done have been good by yourself.
I really like them. The thing is that they don't get, and I think I've said this before, I don't really care. Like, I'm not following the amounts of views determine if I'm going to do it or not. This has really been something that I've wanted to do for me. And for the whole podcast is, I kind of see this as like for when I die, for my family to have it. Cause I'm usually a pretty private person. It's like I have a inner group of people like you guys that we all know each other well, but to the outside world, people don't really know me. Yeah. And it's kind of a stretch to sit here and be the most unsocial person and have a podcast called the Fairview Social Podcast. But the Chester Boom ones I really like because every time I listen to those songs, and they may suck to other people, but I listen to them and I'm just like, man, me and Jeremy had a lot of fun doing all that. It's like rehearing those songs, and I'm really disappointed because when we get into the stuff that we were playing before we quit playing together, I just don't have a lot of good recordings of it. Yeah, and I would love to start recording all that kind of stuff. And I know that over the years, me and Jeremy have talked about it, and we've been gung ho about it, and one thing or another. Usually, it's me. Usually, I was the problem then, but the problem with it is that 20 something years ago, it's like my life stopped in that aspect because I have my family to raise. Right. And now the kids are, off doing their own thing. They're all adults now. And now I'm like, I want to do this now. Right. And I tried to reach out to Jeremy a while back, and he's not interested in it right now. And hopefully one day I'll kind of, and so I'm not trying to push him on it. Right. Actually, I have been saying it's an open invitation, Jeremy, to come on here. But that's the extent. I'm not going to like text him in the middle of the night and be like, hey, I need you to come out here. I get it, because sometimes it's not what's going on in your life at that time. Yeah. But it's kind of fun to do those shows where people can hear the song, kind of tell some stories about it. I know that most of the people that are listening to this probably have never heard the songs, but like you guys that know the songs probably get a kick out of some of the stories and just the writing and all that.
Well, I'm a big fan of, like, whether you're a famous musician or not, I'm a big fan of listening to the creative process of how you got there. Yeah. Right. So even me knowing the songs and stuff and knowing you and knowing Jeremy for my whole life, it's still, we've never sat down and talked about, in depth, anything like that. So to hear those stories, not just because I personally know y'all, but just having a general interest in listening to creative people talk about the creative process and how they went from an idea to a completion, a full thought. Yeah. Whether it's a hit song or not, whether it's just what was personal to you at the time and meant something to you, or still does because it was time of your life. I find that process amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you giving me that feedback. I haven't had much feedback on it at all, and honestly, it doesn't really matter to me either way. I kind of just want to get it on the record of what's happened with all this. But I really enjoy the songs. I enjoyed that time of my life, and all those songs meant something to us back then, you know?
Yeah.
And when I re-listen to them, it just takes you back to that time. And,
Right.
you know, when we were writing all that stuff, not only like what the songs are about, but just like that time in your life when you're, you know, experiencing the things that you're writing about. And you're just like, and some of the stuff I'm just like, why would I write that? Why would I do that? But what I can always use the excuse of is that like that was, you know, 18, 19, 20-year-old Tim. You
Right.
know? But it's kind of funny to listen back at it. So, but yeah, I appreciate you saying that.
Well, me and Roger talk about all the time of like the different lifetimes that I feel like I've had in 42 years of like different segments in life where it felt just like I was a different person as I've matured and changed. And just having different experiences in life of going from all the different things that I've done job wise.
Yeah.
But also having a 20-year career in medicine, because if you work on an ambulance, you're going to have 2 or 3 jobs.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it. But to doing karaoke, DJing weddings and all that stuff, and then to what we're doing now, what I'm doing now, it's just crazy. It seems just like different. You get what I'm saying? Like different segments of lifetimes.
Would you have thought 2 years ago that you'd have bought a house in Kentucky? You know?
No. And I told him, like, I've been out of the medical field for 5 years now. And 5 years ago, I never thought that I'd be doing the paranormal for a living.
Yeah.
With the podcast, the book, owning the house, like all this stuff. I'm knee deep in the middle of the Kentucky book right now.
Yeah.
And trying to have it out by October. So to be a published author and all that shit it's crazy.
I think that, you know, life kind of gives you what you need at the time. You know, that around that time when we were working on the pool and all that, we hung out, you know, nearly every day. And that was what I think we all needed that at the time, you know?
Right.
It's like some people get offended by like, you know, maybe like people would think that, oh, well, they don't want to hang out anymore, or this or that. And it's not like that at all. I'm not saying specifically with you guys, but just as you look at these phases of your life of like who you were with, and like I spent so much time with this person, and then all of a sudden your life changes, and you're, you know, you kind of, as your life progresses, it's like, you know, your life gives you what you need at that time. It's like, so, you know, you guys have your house going on and all that. And I was going to ask you about the books too. I know that you have the one, but last time you were here, you said you were working on another one.
Yeah. I've actually started writing the Kentucky book. So Small Town Haunts and Legends of Kentucky will be the next one out in October. I'm trying to get out before Goblin Con. So hopefully the 1st or 2nd October, 1st or 2nd week of October. And I saw Roger the other day. I was thinking, you know, what am I going to do beyond that next year? And I think I want to, instead of going to another state with the series, I think I want to do Small Town Haunts and Legends of America.
Yeah, that's
and make
cool.
sure I hit all 50 states with maybe a couple ghost stories and one legend.
Yeah, maybe the most popular one of that state or whatever. No, that's a great idea. You definitely got good ideas as far as that stuff goes. You can know how to brand it and do all that. But.
Oh, one of the exciting things that when you asked about the Night House earlier, one of the exciting things is I had a meeting with the Western Kentucky Film Commission, and Kentucky is now given the same incentives that Georgia gives for Hollywood to come film movies.
Yeah.
Movies and TV shows in Kentucky. So the actual head, the commissioner for the Western Kentucky Film Commission, I'm actually going to have a meeting with her very soon, and for her to come see the Night House. When I met her at this bigger meeting with a lot of other people, she was very excited to meet me and very excited to talk about the Night House.
That's awesome.
She had been shown around town, around Hopkinsville and all the different places, including the Night House, by the director of Visit Hopkinsville, the tourist center. And so she's like, I've been looking forward to talking to you and I want to see your house. So we're going to schedule that here very soon. And she told me when I first met her a couple weeks ago that she has 3 paranormal projects she could film at the house right now.
That's awesome.
So the Night House there's some things going on behind the scenes.
That's
awesome.
Be
awesome. So,
well, that's good. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up here. And I appreciate you coming over again and talking about the house and talking about all the things. And we'll do it again. You're right down the road.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Everybody check out the Fairview Social podcast.com. Check out the Chester Boom songs.
Yeah.
Check out Eric's books. I'll put the links in it and all that. And see you later.
See you later.
See ya.